Well, hello, my friends. It's Kendra. And I absolutely, no part of me wants to be doing this right now. Obviously, we're in a little bit different setting than normal. We are currently in my backyard. And I've got some weeding that I need to do. It's very overgrown. I'm going to take you on a little tour right now. A little overcast, a little chilly. Perfect day for being outside. It's not too hot. So let's actually go around the other side of the house. I love seeing the mountains back there. But I'm gonna show you where we're at. It's embarrassing, honestly. This is the front little area of yard. I want to be careful not to go too far up because I don't want to show my house number. This area, not looking too bad. Couple hostas, there are a couple of weeds that I'll come pull out. I'll just start here. Start slow. And then this is also our little patch. Weeds there, obviously. These used to be some beautiful daffodils. They have already shriveled up. And then this whole side yard is really what I'm going to be tackling here today. I'm going to be starting in the front, working my way back. Because as you can see, this isn't terrible. I've got my big old yard waste container. We're going to be friends today. These also are growing through, so I'm going to trim that up a little bit. And as we keep going, these weeds progressively get worse, as you can see. I also have zero idea what to do with everything that has come through the rocks. This is a grass patch that always grows back. But yeah, like look at this. This isn't our rockway path. Like this shouldn't be this full of weeds. And these like bush things, I don't know, they're so pretty when they first start to grow, but now they're just taking over everything. These I thought were turning into spiky things, but we have them in a lot of different places. So those are going to be coming out. Honestly, just like grass that has gone to seed. Honestly, I don't even know if I'm gonna even get to this today. This is kind of the middle area. Let me zoom out a little. I'm obviously also working around some lovely obstacles. Actually, before I go to the middle, let's continue going. So this is the whole side here. I love these giant cactuses that we have. The bane of my existence. There is a tree back in here, but there's also blackberries taking over the whole top. Our yard needs mowed. You can see the pathway that we take when we bring our dog out to go to potty. There's grass patches. This has never, since they put this ugly ass thing in here, this has never grown grass again. So I would love to fix that, but like look how long. Can you tell how long that grass is? It goes up here. We also, like, our yard clearly grows and like this is worn down, and we don't really walk here, so it obviously overgrows in the areas like that. There's all sorts of stuff coming up through the fence, but we can't even access back there. These are also the bane of my husband's existence. These always grow back. And then what I think is the funniest little path here. Can you tell where we walk? And where the weeds don't want to grow. Obviously, like, this is our shed. There's a little bit of weeds here. Honestly, this started growing and I at first didn't really mind it. But now it is weed city. And there's only one little tiny pathway to the stairs. This is clearly where we walk. And it has just overgrown everything. Also, painted that like a year ago. And here it is worn again. And if you hear barking, that's my dog inside. He is pissed that I am out here and he is not. So yeah, that is the state of the yard. I think I'm gonna set up a little time lapse. Absolutely zero part of me wants to be doing this right now. I'd so much rather go for a walk, read a book, do some crafts, be sleeping, honestly. There's still so much to do, but I'm glad I'm making progress, and especially since the maintenance guy for our park, he drove past, and then I saw that they were like taking pictures and going around somebody's house. So I don't know if they're actually starting inspections. I haven't gotten a letter that they're starting them yet. But this is why we're doing this, because we don't want them to be like, you have weeds in your yard. You're messy. Okay, fuck off. I don't know, that's what I think about that, but UPS stopped by, dropped off a package, and I'm getting really hot in this sweatshirt. It is 51 degrees outside, Fahrenheit. But I'm gonna take a water break. I hate this so much. I hate it. This is why I hired this out last year, and now he's not responding, so now I have to do it myself, and I just biting the bullet, doing it. Freaking sucks. I hate being an adult. So, my water break was less than 5 minutes, and now it's raining. Time to do something more my speed, like a craft or cleaning inside the house, or not yard work. I'm telling you that freaking much. This is not my forte. Hello, Ziki, and Ziki's happy to see me too. Aren't you, Ziki? Yeah, is you happy to see the mama? Is you happy to see the mama? Yeah. I'm so happy. He wants to PLAY. Yep, there he is. Ziki, you wanna play? You wanna play? You think you wanna play tuggies? Oh, yeah, look at that tail. I'm saying, yes, Mom, I want to play them tuggies. I want to play them tuggies. He's just a crazy boy. That's a happy dog, though. Yeah, that's a happy dog. I'm so cute. So cute. So cute. So crazy. Crazy. Sorry if this video is making you nauseous, but this is playtime with Ziki. It's a little bit rowdy, huh? A little bit rowdy. 'Cause you're a big, strong puppy. Big whippy boy. Huh. Yeah. Big whipper. If I'm not doing anything, he'll come up and try to like put the toy in my hand. You're cute. Hello, you. Holy shit. Water break time. These weeds are no joke. I let it overgrow way too long. And the rocky stuff is the worst. It's been about an hour. And I haven't even gotten the side done. Not even half of what I wanted to yet. This rocky stuff though, there's this little plant, I'll have to show you, and it just creeps everywhere, and sometimes you get like a big base root ball, but that you can get a lot out. The other ones are teeny tiny little things everywhere poking through the rocks, and I'm just not going to be able to get it all. If I actually went and pulled them all out, it'd be like I'm sitting there picking out blades of grass. Like, it is not worth my time. I need to focus on getting the majority, the big chunks of things out. And we can go back later over all the small stuff and probably like spray. But the big things need to be pulled out. I'm so glad that it is cool today. It is again like 53 currently. I have around 30 to 40 minutes left, and then I need to stop and go shower and like get ready to go to my doctor appointment. So, okay, 30, 40 more minutes. I can do it, and I'm gonna, I think, focus on getting a bit more out of the side yard, the bigger chunks of like big grassy weeds. That once I get a lot of that out, it's gonna make a big difference. Back at it, just a little bit longer. Not a full hour of this again, so that's good. I hate this so much. I look so funny in this, especially from this angle. Okay, it is a bright sunny day today, and my doctor actually told me yesterday that I need to be very careful when I'm out in the sun and always cover up, wear a hat, wear long sleeves. So here I am, looking super cute and fashionable, and this is the last day I want to be doing this. I don't like pulling weeds. It is not fun. I mean, it's been good for me to be out and doing something and getting some vitamin D, because apparently I'm real low in that too, so I started taking a supplement for that. But anyway, let's get some more weeding done. I'm hoping that I can finish today. We'll see, it's a lot, but the rocky parts are the worst, and we're getting there, but last lot of it, but I'm hoping I'll be done after today. Okay, everyone, this is what it's looking like. I think I did already show the front a little the other day, but all this is now cleared. There are still, of course, some like tiny bits, but this is completely full. We cannot fit any more in there. There's not as much peeking through the stairs here. Now you would think, some people probably think that some of this back here is weeds, but I know from what has come up in the past that there are some flowers over here. I'm pretty sure that some of these are flowers. The rocky parts were the absolute worst. There's still viney stuff in here, but I was really just trying to focus on all of the big stuff, because if I was trying to get all of this perfect, I'd be here all day. I'd be here for weeks. So got it as best I could, and I figured we will also spray as well, just to help kill off some of the smaller bits. This area is where I really like, once I got to this point in the gutter, after doing all of this rocky stuff, I had basically hit a breaking point, and I could no longer do this, and I focused on all this grassy stuff. We got so much done. The middle here looks so much better. There's so much that we took out from here. There's still some around this rose bush here, and we still want to eventually trim that rose bush, this rose bush over here. We still have yet to mow the yard, and eventually we need to clean up along this fence line. But yeah, we got so much out of here and along the edges. This is still like really just long grass we need to weed whack, but most of the weeds are out. You remember that giant like thistle growing out from here? Got that guy out. Now there's like a hole there. I also got, honestly, there's still several weeds back here, but I got quite a bit along here. There's definitely still more, but honestly, we can mow over this. The thing this gets used for the most is it's our dog's like poop corner, so I'm not really worried about it. And then around here, 3 more buckets that won't fit in the yard waste bin, and all that, looking lots better. Well, thank you all so much if you have made it to the end of this video. I'm exhausted. I hope you found this at all entertaining or satisfying to watch. It's certainly been satisfying for me to look back at the time lapses. It feels good to have the majority of it done. That was a big thing hanging over my shoulders, and we did a lot. Look at those mountains over there. They're beautiful. We also need to clean up our grill. There's several other outdoor projects we could do for the season, but this was necessary, and I hated it, but it feels much better to have it done. Okay, friends, it is a few days later. This is full again, and I figured I would just show you, ooh, that's stinky, the progress. This is the side yard. Again, still some stuff in the rocks we still need to spray, but definitely looking better. The middle, all weeded, and my husband even ripped out this rose bush. It was just so overgrown and I didn't like the way the flowers looked anyway, so he tore that one out. We've mowed the lawn, so that's looking a lot shorter and better. And he also just did some weed whacking. So this rose bush is still here. He's trimmed some of it. But again, our yard waste bin is now full. My dog loves to chase birds, but love to fly in the yard. But anyway, yeah, looking lots and lots better than it was. Still need to get along the fence, but again, this was like a weeding overhaul, and I'd say we did pretty darn good getting most of all the giant weeds that were here. Like, do you remember this pathway? Was like almost non-existent before. But yeah, this feels a lot better than it did before. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you in the next one.